What's good, everybody? This is Screen Spin Show, and welcome to episode 2 of Building a Bridge. This is a guide to lucid dreaming. And as we said in the introduction, the introduction was just me going through what I'm going to teach you. Now it's the first real lesson. Hey, Maxwell. So, we're going to talk about the very first step to lucid dreaming, and that is keeping your dream journal. Now, I know what a lot of people say. It's either oh, I don't dream at night, or I can't remember my dreams, and I'm here to say that's all crap. Everyone dreams. It's just a matter of training your mind to remember it. And this is where the dream journal comes in handy. So with the dream journal, you want to keep track of what you remember in your dreams, even if it's just a sentence. You want to remember it. The whole idea of developing the dream journal is to keep track of dream signs. Um, so, and dream signs are kind of your common factors within your dreams. So, for example, for me, a common dream sign throughout my dreams are an old house that I grew up in, like 20 years ago. So whenever I recognize that dream sign, I can whenever in real life, whenever I associate that house, whenever I think about it, I can do a reality check, and we'll talk about reality checks in the next episode or two. And that ties in. It's like, oh, I remembered that in my dream. I do a reality check. Guess what? It's off, and that's how you kind of put yourself in the dream world. So we're gonna talk about like your dream journal for the most part for this episode, and the biggest part of your dream journal is just putting something in it. So for example, I'm gonna get my dream journal real quick. I got some shit here. And so my dream journal is a little hard to read. Yeah, I get it. It's difficult to read. But I mean, look what I have here. Let's see. So you just have, just basic outlines of dreams. So for me, like first line, two people lost in Seattle. Great. That's something I remembered about my dream. And oh, look at that, flew in space, then down to Earth. There you go. I mean, it's not supposed to be something like, I see some people, online. Oh, I need to write 5 pages in my dream. No, come on. I mean, don't take hours to do it. What you want to do is just write bullet points, and then you can remember the whole dream from that. So I remember that dream fully now, even though I thought I forgot it. I read my dream journal and like, oh, I remember this, and you can write it down. Now, it takes a lot of practice to do that. So what I like to do is kind of what you just saw. I have a yellow legal pad. I have a pen by my bed, which is right behind me. So I, I mean, I wake up. Oh, hey, I remember that. Sit down, write it down. I don't take more than 5 minutes ever, because I kind of work with bullet points. That's the second point. Do what works for you. If you want to spend 2 hours and write a 5-page essay about what you remember in your dreams, that's great. But for me, it works better if I write down bullet points, and then when I'm reading over it, I can go back and associate it. And that's the next thing. You want to be reading your dream journal when you keep track of it. So, you have a dream. Doesn't matter if you remember a tiny bit or a lot, but just write down what you remember, and then make sure to associate it with that dream. So remember, okay, I remember this happening in the dream, write it down so you won't forget it. And then what happens is when you come back to it, you might remember something that happened in that dream that you didn't remember right away. And that's kind of what we call, well, at least what I call, dream recall. So basically, you want to remember your dreams. That's the goal. A lot of people, the dream journals don't work for them, and that is you don't see a kind of common thread or a common dream sign throughout your dreams. So that works. I mean, if you're type of someone who remembers your dreams and you don't feel the need to write it down, then don't. Like if you want to kind of give yourself some time with it. And that's the other thing. I recently came across someone who was complaining, oh, I can't lucid dream. you know, I'm having trouble keeping track of my dream journal and all this stuff. And they were practicing for 2 weeks. 2 weeks is not enough time. Plain and simple. You want to practice this for months at a time. The whole idea is that you need to improve your dream recall. And in essence, by writing in this dream journal, by associating what you're writing with factors and things that you see in your dream, you're training your brain to kind of remember, hey, okay, you know, I'm not completely, you know, out of touch here. You know, you're training your brain to kind of be more awake, so to speak, during your dreams. And that is a big first step. If after a really long time you don't happen to record anything in your dream journal or you're having a lot of trouble, it's not the end of the world. Everyone can do it. I don't think there's any scientific evidence whatsoever that says that no, these type of people don't ever dream or don't ever remember the dreams. Chances are, I'm sure you have a dream that you had when you were a kid and you still remember it. I mean, there you go. That's the counterexample to that. So that's the dream journal. Basically, you want to write down things that you see in your dream. Make sure to date it. Make sure to date your entries because you want to. If you're trying to find common factors, maybe you dream about something every week. And that happens. I usually dream about the childhood house that I mentioned earlier, probably once a month. It's just how it works. And hopefully, by continuing to improve your dream recall with the dream journal, then you can move on to the next step, which is developing a reality check. And we'll talk about that in the next video. Anyway, that's all I got for dream journals. Some key points. Keep a notepad and pen by your bed or next to your bed, maybe a bedside table or something. If you want to just talk into a voice recorder on your phone, that works too. Or if you just want to type it out on like in your notes, that's great too. Really anything that works for you. Again, I tend to work in bullet points. I know some people who've written pages and pages about what they remember in the dream, and that's great. For me, when I think about the bullet points, I can always remember a little bit more, so I just keep rereading the dream journal, and that's the last point. You definitely want to keep rereading it. The more you remember your dreams, just the better the recall will become. It does take a really long time, though. I know people who have taken months and months and months, and they're just getting to the point where they can, okay, I can remember about 10 seconds in my dream. So it takes time. Anyway, that's all I got. So thanks for watching, and more importantly, thanks for sticking around. Feel free to subscribe to the channel and like the video. Next video, we're going to talk about reality checks, how to develop them, how to use them, and how to kind of what this bridge is building towards. Okay, thanks for watching. Have a good day.